Flosstube friends, it's time for another episode. Hi everybody and welcome back to another fun Friday Flosstube weekly update with me. I am Annie, Joy-Filled Stitcher. I am Joy-Filled Stitcher both here on YouTube and over on Instagram, so if you don't follow me over there, please come check me out. So how's everybody doing this week? This is Flosstube number 98. We are fast approaching 100. Yes, 100 Flosstubes. It is Friday, April the 2nd, and today was the day off from school and work. Yay! So, super exciting day. We did some fun stuff, so I will get into that in a little bit. But first, I want to say thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for those that come back week after week and watch and giggle and share your comments. You don't have to share comments. You like my videos. You are encouraging and uplifting. I appreciate it more than words can say. To anybody who might be new, joining me for a first or second time, thanks so much for tuning in. Hopefully you hear or see something stitchy or crafty related that makes you want to come back. Maybe click that subscribe button. I don't know. So yeah, it has been a week since I saw y'all last, and it was a short week. Like I said, today is a day off of school. It is Good Friday, and teaching at a Christian school, we do observe that day, and we have the day off. And my husband actually had the day off, which was nice. And yesterday, like, my daughter had her Easter party at school, which was super fun. And it was really neat because her teacher has been on maternity leave for the last 6 weeks, and she surprised them and brought the baby up. And so that was just like, oh my gosh, I can't stop hearing enough amazing things about that. So anywho, this morning we got up, and of course we try to schedule doctor's appointments on days off of school. So we headed to the audiologist, where Joy-Filled Little One got fitted for some different pieces to her hearing aid, so it will fit better and feel better. And then we headed to our favorite local little bakery as a treat, and it's called Planted, and so it's all plant-based. We love their baked goods. So we got a few things. It's nice to have over the weekend. And then we headed home, and we had plans to go check out an electric vehicle. So we have been doing our research. I have been doing my research about trading in my Chevy Tahoe. It was only 2.5 years old. I only put just around 17,000 miles on it. I'm not a huge driver. I don't have a big commute or anything like that. And we were looking at the Ford Mustang Mach-E, which is an all-electric vehicle. It is a crossover, so it's not your traditional Mustang. And we went and looked at a dealership close to us because I wanted to drive one. I wanted to sit in one. I wanted to see all the ins and outs. I mean, I've obviously watched a bajillion YouTube videos about them, but I wanted to see kind of like what my personal take on it was. I also wanted to see what the car guru, aka the husband, Mr. Joy-Filled, what he felt about it. So when we got to the dealership, they said, well, we don't have any. We have one, or we have them, but they're loaners. They're like, I guess Ford gives them vehicles that they have to use as loaners, rentals, or test drive vehicles for up to, well, not this one, not test drive, up to 2,500 miles. And I said, I would really just like to sit in one, see one in person. And the guy kind of said, okay, let me go see what I can do, and left for a really long time. So we wandered around. We looked at some of the used cars. We saw, we looked at stuff. And then, of course, bless Joy-Filled Little One's heart, she's not into all the stand around and wait, hurry up and wait. She didn't like that. But she did awesome. And finally he pulled one up. It was white, like sparkly white with white interior. I don't mind the white, except I have a child. And when I saw what was under her car seat in the car, it was bad. It was bad. But it's okay. So we said, well, is there any way we could test drive it? Just drive it around the block, just to see what it drives like. And he said, oh, I don't know. Hold on, let me go see. Just sit here and check it out, look at the screen, whatever. And he comes back and he goes, I should not be doing this, but here, fill out this little contact information, and we will let you drive it. I said, okay, cool. And so he got in and we drove it around. We did a little highway, and we both, because we stopped midway and I got out and my husband drove it. It is my car. And I thought, oh, he's totally like vroom vroom cars. He would not like it. Oh no, he loves it. Like he said, this is going to be my next like daily driver is one of these. So anyway, unfortunately we could not buy that one until it hits 2,500 miles. It has 100 on it. So that's not coming anytime soon. And so we kind of said, okay, well, you know, let us know if you find anything else at any of your like partner dealerships or anything like that. Let us know. Give us a call. Well, he sent me some details on some other types, but they didn't have the things we were specifically looking for. And so then we came home. We actually went and got lunch. It was a beautiful day, and we went and ate at one of our local parks at one of the picnic tables, which was nice. So we just picked it up and went to the picnic table. And then we kind of came home, and my husband started doing a little research, and he found some at a dealership that's about 25 minutes away, which is really not much in the grand scheme of things. And so we went up, and it was one that was in transit, so it was not actually physically on property. However, we were able to put a deposit down and yada yada, whatever. When we got there, we're walking through the showroom to his desk, and we're like, well, what's this one? It was one that was on site, you know, it was actually in the showroom, red. And had just about all the bells and whistles that we really were like important to us. The only thing it didn't have was the extended battery. Well, so we kind of hemmed and hawed about it and thought about it, and long story short, we drove home a new, completely electric vehicle. So I went from gas guzzler to electric vehicle. So I'm super pumped. I'm excited to learn more about the ins and outs and all of that. And it's a very nice car. Ford did a fantastic job. I'm not sponsored by Ford. They did a fantastic job. So watch my Instagrams, because I'm sure I will post a picture of it, like in full. Like I posted kind of a picture like, hey, we're looking at this, but I didn't post like the full. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's so nice. It drives so nicely. So yeah, that's the big news. And we were not upside down. We had a lot of positive equity in my car. And so we were able to reduce the terms and what we pay each month, which is fantastic. So I'm super pumped about that. So we have some other stuff going on this weekend. Tomorrow I have some returns I need to make, which I'm not excited about, but I get to drive around the new car, so that's cool. And I'll have to see if any of the stores I go to have plug-in stations, which is kind of cool. And then on Sunday we will go to church for Easter Sunday, and then we're going to have like an Easter dinner. We call it dinner because it's in between lunch and dinner time at my parents' with my brother and his wife. And so yeah, we just kind of have a nice calm weekend. Joyfield little one does not have school on Monday. Her daddy does not have work on Monday. I have staff development on Monday, but that's okay. It'll be real laid back and casual, so that's cool. So as per last video, I don't have a ton to show. It's going to be like this talking, a little bit of cross stitch, and a tiniest bit of stash. So let's just dive right on in. And the first thing I want to share is some happy mail that I received. So Carla of Carla Being Crafty reached out to me a while back and said that she wanted to send me a needle minder, that when she had made it, because she kind of on the side was making needle minders, beautiful needle minders, and in hopes of maybe opening an Etsy shop someday. And she has not gotten around to that, but Carla, I think you should, because these are fantastic. And she said she was sending me a needle minder, but she sent me 3 needle minders. So she said this one reminded me of her when she made it. So it's A+ Teacher. It's like an enamel needle minder. And we've got the cute bunny that she did for Joyfield Little One, which I think is so sweet. And then these are her resin ones that she's been working with. Her orts are like the old ratty threads and putting them in. And then she's got like glitter. It's beautiful. Like I love the sparkle of it. And then she has ginormous magnets, which is fantastic. And then on the back of the resin one, it's like a marble with the same kind of matching glitter. So Carla, thank you so much. I have some goodies heading your way. just for funsies. And I want to thank you for such a lovely Stitchy kindness. I was floored to receive this. I'm not getting much mail these days, so any like little thing is like, yee, get to open some mail. Yay. So let's talk about what I stitched on this week. I didn't really do much knitting. I did knit a little bit today on my socks at the car dealership while we were waiting on, you know, the steps, but not enough to really show. So I'll kind of show you what I've worked on. At least one of these I think I showed last week. The first is my, let me pull out the actual pattern. This is Heart and Hands Square Dance series. So I have stitched all the way through July, and I have been working on August. I am using Priscilla of Priscilla and Chelsea. I'm using her conversion. You can check it out on her blog. It is available there. And I'm stitching this on 18 count, what is this? Vintage Country Mocha, 18 count Vintage Country Mocha. And so I have quite a bit more done. I do have some more, I believe, just 2 colors left to stitch. I have the kind of golden color, and then I have some detailing in this black, like black brown. So yeah, I love how this is turning out. I love it on the Vintage Country Mocha. The rest of them I stitched on a awesome fabric from Mystic Fabrics, but I just, because the blue that's featured is so similar to this, I just didn't do it on the blue. So now I feel like I'm going to pull in all kinds of different colors along the way as I keep working through this series, because now they don't all have to be on the blue, and that's okay. So yeah. Oh, that is the squeakiest door. We're like in a haunted cross-stitch video. All right, so then, in order to get kind of my stitchy bug back, I pulled in a couple of my smaller pieces just to take with me to see if I had a spare moment or anything during the day that I could pull it out and work on it. And so one of the ones that I've not touched in a while, but I wanted to, is Cherry Hill Stitchery's You Are So Loved. And so I did a conversion on this. It's on 18 count Aida, and I pulled in some colors from Stash and brightened them up. So yeah, I put in all of the purple detailing in Ash Plum, which is a color from Color and Cotton, and it's beautiful. All of the rest, the green and this kind of variegated rose red, were already in here. So yeah, I don't have a ton left to do. I have a couple more words to get this completed. This is for my dear friend at work, who that's kind of her motto, is you are loved, and so I'm stitching that for her. Another one that I pulled out that is one of my smaller ones, and this is in a Love You More Studio Co sleeve, which is so cute. This is Silver Creek Samplers Johnny Appleseed, and I love this. I am doing some color swapping on this one as well. And this is on an 18 count from Color and Cotton. I believe it is in the colorway Colonnade. I don't see my tag in here because it's on just a small cut, but I think it's Colonnade. And so I put in this whole row of text and the outline of this cloud. And so I've swapped pretty much, well, not pretty much, but a lot of the colors in this one. For sure the lettering colors, I wanted to brighten it up. Her favorite color, who I'm stitching this for, is this light turquoisey blue. And so I've really enjoyed stitching this. And Silver Creek Samplers has some of my favorite letters to stitch. I love them. All right, so then I pulled out and worked on a bit. Like I said, my stitchy bug was like virtually non-existent this week until like mid to end of the week. A lot of this was accomplished on like Wednesday, Thursday. I worked a little bit more on my Dreaming Girl Sal from Barbara Anna Designs. This is on a 16 count limited edition Aida from Color and Cotton, and I did a conversion on the skin, but everything else is pretty much the called for DMC. So I spent a lot of time up here. I basically stitched the rest of this sun because I only had one color and the rays. I added in the birds, the wind, the houses, the trees, this lighthouse, there is more to that, the moon, the stars, and some of the sailboats. So I'm kind of still working in the summer category. The summer is the whole top basically. And then I've got autumn that's going to be in here, which is some pretty golden leaves, and then winter, which just released yesterday. So all 5 parts have been released. And I think when I went on to download this last section, that it is available on Creative Poppy through May 31st, I believe is what I read. Don't quote me on that. But if it's something you're interested in stitching at some point in the future, go run grab it. All right, and then this morning I worked on this a little bit before we left to kind of start our day. I am focusing in April on, this is kind of going into plans, but I am focusing on my Barbara Annas. So I have a quantity of whips that are Barbara Annas that I am not choosing to share that number with. However, I have a lot that are kind of that small medium. I have Dreaming Girl Sal, which I've been working on and I love. I have Santa's Trip Sal. I have a number. And then I have at least one. I think I have 2 that I had one I was starting, but I'm actually going to start one more, and I'm going to try to start it tonight. We'll see. It's a bit later. It's 7:30 here when I'm filming right this minute. And so we'll see. It may be tomorrow before I start it. But I'm going to start her newest Sal that released yesterday, which is Dreaming Frida. And it's kind of Frida Kahlo inspired, I believe. And it's awesome. The first part is awesome. It's got like cactus and a key, and like it's going to be super cool. So I'm excited about that. I'm still deciding on fabric, which might be the deciding factor on whether I start it tonight or tomorrow. So anyway, long story short, this is one of my Barbara Annas I pulled out. This is in another Love You More Studio sleeve. And this is Strawberry Time. So this was in the 2019 summer issue of Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher magazine. I don't know if this one is available yet as a standalone, or if it is only still available as in a back issue of PNPS magazine. I'm not sure. And it is on actually a mystery grab bag piece of 18 count Aida from Color and Cotton. My love for Color and Cotton grab bag pieces runs deep, because I started this in December of 2019. Like, this needs to get done, like, for sure. So this is where I am. So before today, I had everything stitched that you see, with the exception of these kind of like olivey green leaves, and I put all of those in this morning. Joy for the Little One was up at 6, which is kind of par for the course on days when we don't have school. Is like, she's up like, woo, let's party, and I'm like, go to sleep. I don't have to be up. But that's okay, because it gave me some time to stitch before we had to get going to an 8:30 appointment this morning. So as sad as that seems, that is all I worked on. That's it. So as I was saying, kind of plans are to work on my Barbara Annas this month. So if you keep track, you can find out how many Barbara Anna whips I have. I also, like I've mentioned in previous videos, I am planning on starting a lot of my pieces that are for Christmas ornaments or Christmas presents. Those kind of kick into gear next week, I believe. I do have at least one project that has a birthday this month, so that's factored into my plans. And I think that's like kind of like really honing in on these Barbara Annas and getting some good progress on them. I have really liked focusing on one project at a time. So yeah. Some other things I'd like to spend some time doing are going through and culling my whips, like seeing if there's anything that I'm just like, but we'll see. And kind of start tentatively thinking about what I'm going to do in May. I know that I want to touch on my projects that I started last year in Mania on their birthday, but then I have days in there where nothing. So I kind of tentatively thought I might start one of the Advent animals each day that does not already have a project on it. So we'll see. I'm not 100% certain on that. So like, we're at 20 minutes and over almost half of that was life update. And I've shown you what I've stitched on. I've talked to you about plans, which means we have a very pitiful amount of Joy-Filled Stashy Stash. It's a box, but it's got some cool stuff in it. So it's Joy-Filled Stashy Stash time. It's Joy-Filled Stashy Stash time. And I'm super pumped because this box contains all of my Needlework Expo pre-orders from Mystic Fabrics. So I did place, she has a great system. Obviously, it's not available anymore, but she has honed this system throughout a couple of needlework markets where she'll post them as albums and you go through and you claim them. And she'll put the price, if she knows the price, or any specifics. And then she will shop for you and then send you an invoice. And when you pay your invoice, she sends you your goods. It's pretty straightforward. So I don't really know how we're going to dig in here, but we're going to dig in. We got some charts and some sulky. So let's chat about what we have in here. So one thing I love is that she sends some of the freebies. She prints out freebies. So we've got a complimentary pattern called Cow Ring from Works by ABC that goes with the Moo the Merrier theme. So here it is from far away. We have one called Blueberry Morning from October House Fiber Arts, which I think is awesome looking. I'm obsessed with this. This is from Praiseworthy Stitches, and it's called Red Tulip, but I'm more obsessed with the fact that it has joy on it. Yay! And then, what else do we have? Oh, this one I requested. Make sure to be included. Janine, with the blue flower, created a Moo the Merrier freebie, and she's so cute. The picture of her is awesome. It's so good. And then we've got Lindy Stitches, Moo the Merrier. Lots of cows. So yeah, those are my freebies that came with my order. So thank you so much, Misty, for including those. And she also opened up albums where you could request previously released charts since she was already ordering, like, say, for instance, from Ink Circles. I have some Ink Circle charts that are not new, that since she was already ordering from Tracy, she could tag those onto the order. Same thing, I ordered some from Silver Creek Samplers. So some of these are not new. Some of these are ones that I knew I wanted, and it was just easier to go ahead and order them from Misty, since she was already getting a big old order, and I was going to go ahead and get a box. So I did go ahead and get the ones that had already been released of the Ink Circles Rabbit Rabbit series. So this is January, February, love, and March. And then at Expo, she released April, May. I think this is so delicate and pretty. And June. I love that. So I don't know. I don't have any plans on when to start. I mean, I'd tentatively say 2022. This would be a fun series to stitch. I don't know. All right, so some of the Silver Creek samplers that I got, again, these are not new charts. These are ones that were already part of the Silver Creek Samplers catalog that I couldn't find them all through one LNS or ONS. So I just went ahead and ordered them. So this is, and the names are on the back. This is called Forever Love, and it says love believes, bears, hopes, and endures, and then never ends. And it has a place to put initials and a year. So it's a great, like, anniversary sampler, which is my plan for it. I love this one. It says, live your dreams, risk it all, take the chance, and if you fall, then rise once more. Do not give up. Life is waiting to begin. And it's Philippians 4:13. And this is called Live Your Dreams. And I think it's so pretty. I love this butterfly at the top, or moth, I'm not sure. And then this is called 47 Hearts, and it says 47 hearts are too few to hold the love I have for you. And there are 47 hearts in this chart. And then I love this one too. This is called Through the Storms. And I've seen some of the people I watch stitching this, and so this is not a new chart. And then the new stuff I got, I'm actually not sure if this one is new or not. I think it is. But this is Friendship Garden. I think this used to be a club kit from Heart and Hand, or one they did for a one that she did for a retreat as a retreat piece. And I believe it was Steph and Kia did it as one of their bestie or BFF stitches. and I had seen it and it piqued my interest, and then I saw that it was coming out this year at Expo. So a friend overlooks your broken fence and admires the flowers in your garden. I think that's so cute. I love this little bunny down here and the little quilt detail. So cute. So that's one I got. And then let's see what else. Oh, we got a couple of ink circles, 3 ink circles. That's a few. I got her to Moo the Merrier. So there's Slick Fiddle, which I think is so cool. I love the way that she did the Quaker motifs and turned them into the trees. Love, love, love. And I think I have a piece of fabric that would be perfect for this. And then the other one is Hey Diddle. And the moon is that 8 circles, like the one I'm already stitching. Love it. And then this is her monochrome, which is blue velvet. And this is stitched in sulky. So blue velvet is stitched in sulky. Now the cool thing about the Moo the Merrier pieces is they all, from all the designers, use the same sulky palette. So Tracy, because I am one of her patrons, she had already acquired some of the floss packs from Sulky. And she was, she basically told us as her patrons, hey, if you want to add this to your order, use this secret code word to get it added. Like, so that I know, that they know, that you know, that we all know the same thing. But anyhow. And then I got 2 charts from October House Fiber Arts. And I think this one's so sweet. And it says, be a cheerful giver. I love that. And then, of course, I've mentioned this one before, but we have Flosstube Friends, which is from October House Fiber Arts. And so I have mentioned before that I will be charting somewhere on here somehow, Hello My, because that is my intro. Hello, my Flosstube friends. So yeah, that will be on here somehow. I haven't decided yet. I don't know when this will start. It's charted in Classic Colorworks and Weeks Dye Works. Y'all know how I feel about the Weeks Dye Works and it not wanting to work for me very well. So I'm going to have to probably look at the DMC on that. So yeah, I'm excited. I don't know what I want to start first. I mean, ultimately, I'm kind of loving the idea of, let me show you which one I'm loving the idea of. Honestly, I'm really loving the idea of the freebie from Janine at the Blue Flower. And I think it uses the sulky, which I love me some sulky. Let me see if I'm right about that. Let me look at my packet over here and not flash you the chart of this one. It does. So I think I might do that one first. We'll see. Anyway, I think that's about it. I have Joyful Little One who has plonked into my bed over here. She's looking all snug as a bug in a rug. And we've had a long day. It is bedtime for her. It is bedtime for me. It's, like I said, been a long day. I don't want to say I'm apologetic for a short video because I'm typically like a long, 1 hour made for TV movie type length video. But it just didn't happen this week. The bug was about gone. However, I feel like it's back. And I do hope that tomorrow, after I get my errands out of the way first thing in the morning, that I can really sit down and just relax and put some stitches in. On Sunday, I'll probably take a project to my parents and work on that a little bit. Monday, we'll be back to the same old, same old. So yeah, and we are on the countdown, 2 weeks. Hopefully, fingers crossed, to the Peloton. Yeah. And I have gone ahead and come up with my name. And I have 2 hashtags that you want to, if you want to follow. So I am Joy-Filled Rides. Yes, Joy-Filled Rides. And I think I have it as, my 2 hashtags are hashtag Joy-Filled Rides or hashtag Joy-Filled Riders. So if you want to be a Joy-Filled Rider and you have a Peloton, come join me if you would like. So anywho, I do wish you all a wonderful, wonderful week. I'm going to share my Teresa Kogut Angel Kindness card. I have not drinking enough water today. And my lips are so dry. They're like that Bernie dry. They're not going to crack, but they feel like you have not hydrated us enough. Anywho, each week I like to share a Teresa Kogut Angel Kindness card. I need to share 2 hugs also. So on this channel, we hug it out every week. And I last week waited till practically the end, but at least, we're still within that 30-minute mark. So here are our hugs for this week. So we're going to come in for a hug on this side, a hug on this side, and then you're going to hug yourself. Sound good? All right, here we go. Hug number 1. And then we're going to do a hug on this side. And then we hug ourselves. Yes. So we're going to share a Teresa Kogut Angel Kindness card. And I have been seeing this one week after week, and I knew I would share it today. So I know that some of these are more kind of Christian centered. So if that's not your jam, I totally get that. If that is not your belief, but it is mine. And I love these, and I love this one. And so I am going to share it because we are within the ends. We are at the end of Holy Week. Today being Good Friday, which is the day that my Savior went to the cross for me. And on Sunday, he will be resurrected. He will be alive again. So this one says, he is risen. And it's a beautiful angel, beautiful coloring. I love it. She says this like adoring, calm, peaceful look. And it says, may your guardian angel watch over you, give you courage, and protect you every day. So whether you agree with the he is risen, the Christian sentiment of the front of this card, I love the idea that there is somebody watching over us, giving us courage, and protecting us every day. So I do pray that you have a wonderful weekend, a great week ahead. I will see you on next Friday, where we will be like truly ensconced in the month of April. It's starting to be spring all around. It was like I drove into my driveway the other day and I went, whoa, all those brown dead bushes are now green. Woo! Spring is here. But yeah, I wish I had more to share with you this week, but I just don't. But maybe next week I will. So with that, I will bid you so long, stitch well. I'll see you soon, my friends. Goodbye. Goodbye, and I will see you next week.